at?
The 391 from Heathrow.
You must excuse me. My love awaits.
Mummy!
Edward!
Mum!
Daisy, how I've missed you, my love.
What?
I've missed you too.
Mummy?
Oh, Bobby, I'd like you to meet my new lover, Edward.
Lover?
We met at the bar earlier.
Yes, my Edward's quite the ladies' man.
Oh, yes, well...
What are you doing here?
What do you mean? When someone calls and says they're coming to visit from London, it is sort of implied that you'd be picking them up.
Is it? I suppose. Who knows these days? Anyway, blank Peter. He said you'd have a conniption if I came to Canada without at least looking you up.
Looking me up? What do you...
Our chariot awaits, my love.
We'll have to take a cab. Our car won't start.
Don't be silly, old man. It would take hours in this weather.
If you'd bought a proper car in the first place, you wouldn't have these problems. It's so like you.
My farm is just minutes from here. We'll see you good and comfortable for the night, and tomorrow morning we can get your car taken care of. It's the simplest thing for everyone.
Well...
Stop wasting my time and get in the car.
Oh, it's very nice.
Edward keeps cows.
Not cows, my dear. Bulls. Bull semen. They can't get enough of it in New York. I started it as a hobby, but now it's become my passion.
Oh, yeah.
My man's away having a bit of a holiday in California, but I'm sure we'll make do. I'll get a fire started, maybe get some drinks going. Stoke the fires of romance.
I'm sorry about this, Mummy. We'll get the car fixed tomorrow and get you back to our place straight away.
Oh, Bobby, don't be such a dunce. I'm staying here.
But I thought you were staying with us.
I told you I came here to visit my lover, Edward.
But I thought you already had a friend. Your lodger, Leslie.
Don't even mention that name to me. I won't be seeing him again. He should have cleared out by now. And good riddance to bad rubbish.
But where did Edward come from, and who is he?
I met Edward on that cruise to Corfu. You know how Leslie gets seasick. Anyway, Edward asked me to visit him. I said no at the time, of course, but things change.
But who is he?
Fires roaring, sherry's on the mantel.
Most civilized idea I've heard all day.
Oh, that's quite a painting.
Yes, grandfather. He was a real genius. Built all of this. Started out in the lumber business, actually. So, you're a dentist, old fellow?
Oh, yeah, small practice downtown. Nothing fancy, you know.
I've got great respect for you fellows. Men of science, healers.
Well, we do what we can, eh?
Daisy, forgive me. You must be exhausted. Let's get you to bed.
Can I help? Get the wheelchair upstairs.
I've made Daisy a nest in here with me.
Eh? Oh.
You should be quite comfortable in here. It's my man's room. He's away visiting family. I think you'll find everything you need.
Looks very cosy.
Sleep well. Good night.
Good night. Something's fishy, Margaret.
What do you mean?
What about his man? I mean, is he visiting his parents or is he in California?
Maybe he's visiting his parents in California.
If Edward is so rich and successful and exciting, what does he see in Mummy? I mean, for God's sake, they're sleeping together.
She's an intelligent and mature woman, and what she does with her life is her own business. Anyway, I'm worried about Leslie. You can't just rattle around in that big old house without Daisy. It'll just pine away.
Huh, look at this.
Oh, he looks more like the guy in the painting over the fireplace than Edward does. I don't think Daisy will be able to get along without Leslie. You watch. In a couple of days, she'll be missing him and wanting to go home.
It's signed to Carl. I wonder who he is.
Bob, your mother makes me feel like I'm a teenager again. Let's you and I go for a jog around the property.
Oh, all right. Oh.
This fresh air is totally invigorating. Really cleans out the lungs.
Oh, yes, it certainly does. You know, Edward, I don't even know your last name.
Van Clydesdorff.
Van Clydesdorff? That doesn't sound British. You said you were SAS.
Egyptian, actually. Rather a bit complicated. Look, Bob, I feel as if I need to tell you something.
Oh, what's that?
Your mother makes me feel alive for the first time in years. Her love of life, her sense of humor.
Really? I mean, oh, yes.
I want to ask Daisy to marry me.
Marry Mummy? Well, I suppose I never really thought about her remarrying. I mean, those are the kinds of things we always talk over, you know, talk it out, get it out in the open. That's the motto in the fish family, you know, no skeletons in the fish family closet, skeleton-free, as it were.
Don't worry, your mother's honour is safe with me. Let's just keep this between ourselves, shall we? Man to man, till I pop the question.
Huh? Oh, absolutely. Of course. Mummy, I really think you should call Leslie. Does he even know where you are?
He doesn't even know where he is half the time. Besides, I have a new man in my life.
Did you and Leslie have a row?
Just needed a new battery. Good as new. The fellow needs you to sign the bill.
Oh, right.
Anyway, Edward and I are going to go antiquing this afternoon. He and I will stay at your place tonight. You'll get to know one another better then.
$200 for a new battery and tow. I mean, what do they use for a tow truck? A Rolls Royce?
Well, you didn't expect Edward to pay it.
He just went ahead and arranged everything without even consulting us.
I think he wants to impress us.
Well, if he really wanted to impress us, he should have paid the bill. And did you know that Edward's going to ask Mummy to marry him?
What? It's rather sudden, isn't it?
Sudden? It's a disaster. She hardly knows the man. Suppose something happens. Maybe we can have a declared non-compos mentis.
Look, your mother's eccentric, but she's a perfectly healthy 75-year-old woman. Why shouldn't she have a little romance in her life?
For God's sake, Margaret, the man sells bull semen.
This might be a good opportunity to get to know Edward better.
I don't see why he has to stay in our bed. If he's so rich, why aren't they staying in a hotel?
Well, I don't mind putting them up for the night, but she's not wearing my bathrobe. Last time she left all these half-sucked mints stuck to tissues in the pockets.
Mummy can't be this early. Where's Edward?
Carl, you mean? He's dead to me now.
Carl?
What happened?
Apparently Edward's name is really Carl.
He's a confidence trickster and a cad. That wasn't even his property. He's only the caretaker.
What? How did you find all that out?
Oh, I was going through his wallet and found his driver's license. Pity, really. He was a better lover than your father. Let's have a cup of tea.
Well, here it is, being ever so humble.
I thought you had those horrible dogs put down. You don't get much light in here, do you? I like a lot of light in the morning. Do you have a filter? The water tastes funny in Canada.
Okay, just open. You'll feel a bit of a prick and then the freezing.
Bob, it's your mother. Again.
I'll tell her I'll call back.
She says it's an emergency.
Tell her I'm in surgery.
She says it's an emergency.
Oh, for the love of Mike. Hello, Mummy. I can't... Oregano is a spice, Mummy. I don't know if we have any. Well, it would say oregano on it.
They said at the butcher's it's very good with tripe.
I can't talk now, Mummy. But I don't want tripe.
Just the way you like it. Don't be late.
Oh.
Dental clinic. Hello, Mrs. Fish.
Oh, God. Mummy, I said I wasn't having any tripe.
Oh, listen to you. You always were the obstinate one. Your brother always ate his tripe, and look how successful he is now. Now, go along and wash up. Dinner will be ready in 2 minutes.
I don't usually walk in the door and have food shoved in my face. I like to relax before dinner.
Perhaps if you worked harder, you'd be hungrier at the end of the day.
Oh, where's Margaret?
She's in the backyard having a cigarette with your neighbour. What's her name?
Cigarette? Margaret doesn't smoke. Margaret, what are you doing?
Just getting some fresh air.
Geez, that's some smell, isn't it? Enjoy the crap.
It's tripe.
Whatever.
Margaret, we have to do something. She's running amok.
I know. She woke me up last night at 3 o'clock in the morning just to tell me that Rudolph Hess parachuted into Scotland when she was a teenager, just 800 miles from where she was at school.
Has she said anything about going home?
No.
Has she said anything about Leslie?
No, all she says is, he's dead to me now. Oh, I think she heard it in a movie. I've tried calling him, but there's never any answer.
Oh, my God, what if he's moved out?
Daisy couldn't live in that big house all alone. She'd have to live with us.
Oh, yeah, Peter and Susie would like that, wouldn't they? Mummy over on this side of the pond, out of their hair completely, while they're living like Rajahs on the side of the house. Oh, that would suit them right down to the ground.
Come along, before everything gets cold.
I'm not eating it.
Oh, you're eating it, or you're not stepping outside this door for 1 solid month.
But But this is my house.
Oh, so that's the way it's going to be, is it, Bobby? After I work my fingers to the bone? Fine. I'll move into a shelter.
Right. I'm going to try Leslie again.
I don't know if I should let the dogs have some.
No! I don't want to be smelling tripe in any form. Oh, there's no answer. I may have to call Susie after all.
Hello?
Leslie, it's Bob.
Yeah, oh, no, Bob doesn't live here anymore. I think he's in Canada or some such place. I think he has a cooking show or some such thing.
No, this is Bob.
Oh, Bob, yes, I heard the phone, but I thought it was the microwave. It has a little bell to remind you to take your soup out when it's done. Very convenient.
Leslie, I wanted to talk to you about Daisy.
Oh, yes, let me just fetch her.
No, Leslie, she's here with us, in Canada.
Oh, right, of course. That's why the beeper doesn't work. I called the beeper company, and that's what they said. Something about a radius.
Leslie, I understand that you and Mummy have had a row. Go get Mummy.
Oh, dear. I hope it wasn't anything serious.
Oh, Leslie, I'm going to put Mummy on. Mummy, it's Leslie. He really wants to have a word.
Hello?
I will not talk to that man.
Hand me some of that lotion. It can't go on like this, Margaret. Maybe we could build an addition on the back. Like a granny flat.
We should try and get Leslie and her back together.
She belongs in London, in her own house.
Ugh. Oh, she's been wearing my bathrobe while I've been out.
Right, that's it. I'm calling Leslie. Now, who could that be?
Leslie! Oh, what a surprise!
Hello, everyone.
Mummy, look who's come all the way to Canada to see you.
I just wanted to say that I'm sorry for what I said, and I hope you'll forgive me and take you back. No, you take me back, and then I'll take you back to London.
You're just too set in your ways for me, Leslie. It's just not going to work out.
But...
Well, then, I don't see why I should apologise to someone who is obviously close-minded.
Look, why don't you talk about it a little more? You know, clear the air.
Oh, excellent idea, Margaret. Clear the old air.
What did you two fight about, anyway?
Well,
You don't even remember, do you?
Of course I do.
They say forgive and forget. Since you've already forgotten, why not forgive?
Yes, you're right.
you're absolutely right.
Pay-per-view.
What's that, Mummy?
We fought about pay-per-view. Leslie thought it was a terrible idea. My point was it's much simpler than having to pick the films up and drop them off at the video store.
You fought about pay-per-view.
I think the wisest thing would be to try it out before we make any commitments.
That sounds very sensible.
Mummy, this is as far as we can go, so it was lovely to have you visit.
Oh, Bobby, stop your blubbering. You're soiling my coat.
Bye-bye, Leslie.
Bye-bye, dear. You have a safe trip.
Bye, Daisy. Take care. You call us as soon as you get home.
Be good to get home, where everything's proper.